Hi, I'm Travis, and you're watching Golden Blue BBQ. So today we're going to do a recipe video for you. We're going to be making a Philly steak and cheese fatty. Now if you don't know what a fatty is, it's similar to a meatloaf, except it's going to be wrapped in bacon and it's going to have stuffed in the middle. So for this recipe you are going to need 1 pound of ground beef. This is actually 2 pounds, we'll split it in half. 1 pound of regular sausage, some deli sliced mozzarella cheese, 8 ounces of creamy whipped cream cheese, 1 pound of bacon, 1 onion, 1 green pepper, a dry rub of your choice. Today we're going to be using Utzwerk Prime dry rub. It's local to us, very good. If you can get it, definitely get it and try it out. And for the sauce, we're going to be using Utz's competition sauce. I think the vinegar in it is going to be a great complement to this recipe. So that's what we're going to use, but you can use whatever rubs and sauces you would like. Play around, but if you can get Utz in your area, definitely try that out. So the first thing we're going to do is make the bacon weave. Now if you don't know what a bacon weave is, we're going to walk you through how to do that. This is actually going to be wrapped on the outside of the fatty. So we're going to get set up and we're going to do the bacon weave. Alright, so now we're going to make our bacon basket weave. I've got a piece of wax paper down. We got our bacon. That's what you want to do. Take your bacon out. Take a couple slices. You're going to want to lay your slices side by side together. It doesn't have to be perfect, unless you're a perfectionist, and then you can spend all the time you want doing this. Me, I'm just going to kind of quickly throw it together. So what you want to do, you want to come across about as wide as you think is what you're going to make your fatty. For us, we're probably going to go about 6 slices of bacon across. Four. Yeah, we'll do 1 more slice across. Alright, so that's about how wide our fatty is going to be. So to start the bacon weave, what you're going to want to do is fold every other section up, like so. You're going to take a strip of bacon, place it across. You're going to bring these strips back down over top of that. If you need to, go ahead and stretch them over a little bit. Now, once you got that, take the opposite pieces and you're going to fold them back. Like so. Take another piece of bacon. Lay it right there. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, unless you're into being perfect, and then you can do that. And you're going to replace the pieces that you just folded back, like so. And then you're going to do the same thing with the opposites. Fold them back over that piece. Take another piece of bacon. Lay it across. Place your bacon. Pull your other ones back. Get another slice of bacon. You can see the more you do this, the quicker you're going to get at it. We'll place them back. So you can see this bacon's kind of bowed in the middle, so I'm going to leave a little gap here to start equaling it out. And that's not going to affect anything. It'll still turn out and eat just fine. We'll do the opposite back. I don't know about you all, but man, I love the smell of bacon. Bacon smells really good. This is just regular hardwood smoked bacon. Nothing special. But you can use apple smoked or hickory smoked, or if you make your own bacon, you can use it. So you can see how it's starting to weave together now. And a little tip, what I like to do, you'll see you got your fat side of your bacon and you kind of got your more meaty side. I kind of like to keep all the meaty sides going together. That way you don't get two fatty sides right beside each other. Just something I do. You don't have to do that. It won't make a difference. Pull your other one back. And I think we might have one extra piece here, but that's all right. And if you don't use all your bacon, that's fine. Looks like we'll have one more piece left. Fold your last one back. Put it down. I'll pull that guy out a little bit. Same with this one, we'll pull him out a little bit. We'll flip your ends over. And there you go. What you want to do is you want to lay this on a sheet pan and put it in a freezer until you're ready to use it. So that's a simple bacon weave and how you make them. Next up, we're going to go ahead and make our sausage and our hamburger, mix that together. Alright, so now that we got the bacon we've done, what we're going to do is going to make up our hamburger and sausage mixture. So what you want to do, get a bowl, take your sausage, and this is just regular, unseasoned, just premium sausage, not sage, not maple, not any of those funky flavors, just regular sausage. I'm going to take that, put it in a bowl, make sure you get all of it. And if you don't want to use regular like breakfast sausage, you can use Italian sausage, that'll be just fine. And you could even use hot sausage if you want. I just don't want to. I like using this and letting the seasonings speak for themselves. So we're going to take hamburger. We're going to take an equal pound of that. So this is 2 pounds of hamburger. So we'll just split it. And just take a pound. Alright, we'll set that to the side. Alright, what you want to do, you just kind of want to mix those up together. I like mixing it with my hand. That's just me. I think you can mix it a lot better, but you can mix it however you like to mix your hamburger. You just want to make sure you get that sausage mixed in real well with the hamburger. And once you kind of get it started to get mixed in, what you want to do is you want to take some of your rub. And again, today we're using Untitled Prime. It's a good rub. I think it's really going to complement the flavors in this. I just like mixing some. Just like mixing some up in here while I'm doing this. We're also going to sprinkle some on here and a little bit also on the outside. But I like getting some in the middle. Get it all mixed into. You can start to see that hamburger and that pork is mixing really nice together. And this doesn't have to be perfect. You can have some pockets of pork and some pockets of hamburger. It's not going to make any difference. Get that off your hand. Get it all mixed in well. Tell you what, we're going to get just a little bit more of that dry seasoning in there. Get that mixed up. Hand's starting to get a little cold. This stuff's been chilling nice and cold in the fridge. Alright, I think that about does it. Like I said, you can see it's all blended nice and well together. A couple little pockets here and there of some hamburger and some sausage, but like I said, that doesn't matter. It'll cook just fine, eat just fine. So that's it for the meat mixture. Next up, we're going to cut up our vegetables and saute them. Alright, now we got our meat mixture mixed up. We're going to go ahead and process our vegetables. And everybody cuts vegetables different, so you know, if I'm not doing it the way you do it, don't shoot me. Alright, we got our pan heating up to saute the onions and peppers with. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil to the bottom of the pan. Not much, just a little bit. Let's just kind of coat the bottom. That should be enough. As those peppers and onions cook, they're going to sweat and add some moisture as well. Alright, so stupid me forgot to hit the record button when I added these, but our pan's up to temp, so we dumped our onions and peppers in the pan. I used my spoon here to kind of break the onions up a little bit and start separating them out. So what you're going to do is keep on stirring these. They're about medium-high heat. You're going to want to keep cooking these until the onions start to become a little translucent and clear. So we'll keep cooking these and stirring them, and we'll check back in a minute. Alright, so these are about done. As you can see, they've cooked down. They got a little bit brown, but that's alright. So as you can see, the onions are starting to come translucent. The peppers have softened up. So we don't want to cook these anymore because they're going to cook inside the fatty while the fatty cooks. So go ahead and transfer these to a bowl and put them to the side till later. Alright, so now we're ready to start assembling our fatty. First thing I'm going to do, we got our bacon weave here. I'm going to take some of our rub and actually just sprinkle on that. I'm actually going to layer that a little, kind of heavy. This rub smells really good. It don't have to be perfect. You just want to get some flavor under that bacon. Alright, we'll call that. Next thing we want to do is we want to start taking some of our pork and hamburger mixture. We're just going to take it, take the whole thing, set it in the middle, and we're just going to start spreading it out. It works a little better if you rip it off and spread it. If you try spreading it, you're going to spread your bacon weave out. You just want to make it about a uniform thickness the whole way across. Take from your thicker parts and put on your less thicker parts. You can see we're leaving about a 1 inch gap all around the sides. So you see how we did that. We spread that out. I'm going to swap my gloves out real quick here. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our cream cheese and put a layer of our cream cheese down. Before we do that, we'll put a layer of our rub on top of the meat here. It's going to be loaded with flavor with this rub. That bacon grease is going to drip all and run all down through here. It's just going to be good. Alright. So now that we got that done, we're going to take our cream cheese and we're going to start layering our cream cheese on top of this. So the cream cheese is going to work in conjunction with the mozzarella cheese just to give you a little bit more creaminess, since the mozzarella slices won't melt as much and be as creamy. So we're going to take a brand new thing of cream cheese. Take our spoon here. We're just going to start dolloping it on. Put the rest here in the middle. We're just going to start spreading it out. You might want to let your cream cheese sit out a little bit. I didn't do that, so it's not really all that spready. And your rub's going to spread a little bit with it. That'd be alright, because it's still going to be mixed in with the cream cheese. So you just want to spread that cream cheese out, just like this. You want a nice thin level layer across the whole inside. Kind of like you're frosting a meat cake here. That doesn't really sound all that great, does it? A frosted meat cake. But you get the idea. So, alright. About like that's what you want. So after we do that, we're going to take our mozzarella cheese slices. You don't have to use gloves. I just like using gloves. Keeps my hands clean, keeps everybody safe. So these gloves I use are nice gloves. They're pyramid grip texture gloves from Medina. So we're just going to take our sliced mozzarella cheese, put in a nice layer on top here. And again, this doesn't have to be perfect. I'll put a little bit extra cheese right down the middle there. Because you can't have too much cheese. Get that back. We'll put one more slice right there in the middle. Just like that. Alright. Press it all together. Now we're going to take our sauteed peppers and onions that we mixed up. And let's see, which way are we going to roll this? Well, we're going to roll it that way. So, actually, we're going to roll it that way since we got our cheese in the middle there. I'm going to put our peppers and onions right down the middle there. If you can't fit them all on there, that'll be alright. But a half of an onion and one medium-sized pepper looks like it'll be just enough. There we go. Clear some of this stuff out. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is roll this. Might be easier said than done. Alright, get that out of here. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our fatty here on the wax paper. We're just going to kind of roll it into a... And don't be afraid to get in there and kind of help hold stuff in place. So as I'm rolling this, I'm going to peel this back. Get underneath of our bacon weave, grab the center, and just keep on rolling it. Alright. So there you have it. What we'll do, we'll transfer this to another piece of wax paper, and we're going to let this sit in the refrigerator for about an hour just to sit. So, yeah, that's it. Like I said, we're going to let that sit for about an hour in the refrigerator to firm everything up. And if you want, before you do that, you can kind of press everything together and tuck the bacon underneath. Which I'll do on the ends. We'll tuck that bacon that's hanging out on the ends, or you could tuck it up on the sides. We'll probably just tuck it up on the sides, but like I said, we're going to let that rest in the refrigerator for at least an hour just to firm up. So we'll get back with you here in a minute. Alright, so it never fails. Right about the time I want to do this, somebody decides to mow the grass. So I got the drum, it's heated up to 250 degrees right now. Before we throw the fatty on here though, we're going to drop a couple chunks of hickory on here to get some good hickory smoke. Throw a couple more on there for good measure. Alright. Throw our probe back on the probe holder. Now you'll see I put the fatty on this pan. You can see underneath of there, this pan's got holes in the bottom of it. So that's just to kind of help hold it all together. Place the lid. Let it come back up. Like I said, we're going to cook this at 250 degrees for 45 minutes. Then we'll come back and do something else. Alright, it's been 45 minutes now at 250 degrees. So we're going to remove the lid. We're going to take our sauce. We're using Utz Competition Blend. And I'll pour that sauce right on top. Take a basting brush and we're just going to spread it out. And you don't have to be clean with this. You just want to get that fatty covered. Get all the bacon covered. That bacon's starting to cook down. Man, it's smelling good in here, let me tell you. Alright, so we got the bacon covered. So now we're going to put the top back on. And we're going to increase our temperature from 250 degrees to 300 degrees. We're going to let that go for 30 minutes, come back and put some more sauce on it. Alright, so it's been 30 minutes at 300 degrees. So our next step is we're actually going to take our fatty, rotate it 180 degrees on the smoker, just so that that direct heat hits that side. And we're going to re-sauce it one more time. Spread your sauce around. Cook it for another 30 minutes and then we'll be back to check on it. Alright, so it's been another 30 minutes. The fat boy's been on here for 30 more minutes at 300 degrees. So our cook time has been 45 minutes at 250 degrees. We then upped our temperature to 300 degrees, sauced the fatty, cooked it at 300 degrees for 30 minutes, rotated it, sauced it again, cooked it at 300 degrees for another 30 minutes. So now we are done. Now, I don't know if you can see through that smoke. Man, it's looking good already. Man, look at that. Alright, so our fatty's off the grill. It's looking beautiful. It's been resting for about, I don't know, 5 minutes or so now. So since it's cooled down a little bit, we're going to put just a little bit more more of this awesome Utz Work competition sauce on here. Like I said, if you can get that locally, this is a great sauce. Got a really good flavor. We're just going to put that on. Put a final sheen and a final little saucy dusting on here. I guess that really wouldn't be a dusting if this is a sauce, would it? What would that term be? I don't know. So yeah, there's our fatty. We're going to let this set another 10 more minutes, and then we're going to come back and cut it. Alright, it's been another 5 minutes. This thing's been roasting about 10 minutes now. So we're going to go ahead and cut it and see how this thing turned out. Man, I wish you all could smell it. This thing smells fantastic right now. Alright, we're just going to cut it right about here. The bacon is crisped up really nice. Alright, so there it is. Man, look at that. I don't know how well you can see that, but look at that cheese. You got your peppers, your onions in there. That is some good eating. So that's it. Alright, so that's it. That's a smoked Philly cheesesteak fatty, the way we do it. Now you can mix it up. You can use more mozzarella and less cream cheese than what we did. You can also use a different kind of wood if you want to smoke it. We used hickory. Cherry would be a really good one. Apple, peach, any kind of your fruit woods would be really good on this also. Play around with it, make it your own. But, you know, what we want to do this video for is that you get a chance to go out and motivate yourself to try this if you've never done something like this. We cooked ours on a ugly drum smoker that we made. If you have a pellet grill, whether it be a Camp Boss or a Pit Boss or, you know, a Traeger, or if you just have a stick burner like a Oklahoma Joe or something, you can still do this out there. You know, just because we cook on an ugly drum doesn't mean you cook on something else. Some factors that will play into the timeline though is if you make your fatty a little thicker than ours, it might cook a little slower. So just keep an eye on that. But you know, that's part of what we do here. We go out, we have fun, we experiment. So that's what we want you to do. So this was our first video doing a recipe. Let us know in the comments how we did. Let us know in the comments if you have something you want us to try or see. Our next recipe coming up is going to be our famous in the Mid-Atlantic smoked golden eggs. If you've never tried our smoked golden eggs, they are currently on our blog. Go check that out at goldenbluebarbecue.com. There's a recipe there in the woodshed. But man, they are super good. We mix ours up. They're more savory instead of tangy. We use honey mustard instead of regular mustard. And just do a couple different things. We mix bacon in with them. They are super good, and I'm excited to bring you that recipe. So that's all I got for you on this episode. So until the next time, get out there and smoke something. See y'all next time.